What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to the From the Stands podcast. This week we had on Taylor Goad. He was taken pick 20 by North Melbourne in the 2023 National Draft. Hope you guys enjoy. How'd you get into Aussie rules?
Was played junior footy down at Wollonga Footy Club, under 10s and 12s and 14s, but then quit for a few years to play basketball. So played 2 or 3 years of basketball and then went to Westminster. And then in November of 2022, went out to South Adelaide and played Sandford and then progressed to the state team.
You were pretty close to going down the basketball route. What made you pick footy in the end?
I just really wasn't enjoying the basketball as much as I was enjoying footy, and I really wanted to put all my eggs in one basket and give that footy that red hot crack.
You played in South Adelaide's under-18s premiership last year. How special was that?
Yeah, it was unreal. Just the atmosphere, the coaching staff, just all the boys to be around was just the best bunch. And I think that was testimony to our success, how close we were on and off the field. And I think I wouldn't have won it any other way. And those boys were just perfect for that team. And so glad we got the win in the end because we definitely deserved it, I think.
Yeah, it was pretty close in the end. Were you nervous when Lucas Slade kicked that last goal and there was about 8 seconds left in the game?
No, we weren't too nervous. We knew we sort of held the advantage in the midfield and that. So it was just the last ball up was going to put it on the floor and every man was going to pretty much jump on it. And just, yeah. But I felt like we were on top by a lot more, but I think just the scoreboard didn't reflect that. But I think we held control.
It was a great achievement to get selected for that championship side as well. What was the process like for that?
Yeah, that was unreal. Like I was just wasn't expecting it and checked my emails one day and said I was in the state team and I was like, what? Like that's unreal. Didn't yeah. And I think that was just the next big step and just the development coaches and how good they were. I think it just took my game to that next level.
There a big difference between the setup at a state squad instead of at South Adelaide.
Yeah, I think just more that professionalism and the a lot more review and a lot more structure and just the quality of players. It's a lot faster, I think.
How'd you feel about your draft?
Yeah, I felt like it was really good. Like it was a massive year. Like it was just had to learn so much about footy, but I really enjoyed every part of it. And a lot of it was hard work, but I think that's the best part of it. You work hard and then you get the results at the end of the year. And
Who's been the biggest influence on your career so far?
I'd say probably Mark Clayton, my South Adelaide coach, and probably my dad. Just Mark was awesome this year. Pretty much from the day one I walked in pre-season, he just supported me, showed me everything.
So you're sitting watching the draft and your name gets called out. What's that moment like?
That's yeah, like it's a moment you can't describe. Like it was unreal. I was so nervous the whole day and just yeah, wasn't like sure if I was the first night or the second night, so I had no clue. And just when my name got read out, it was just like excitement. I just was shocked. I didn't know what to say. It was yeah, just unreal. All the hard work and everything. It's just awesome opportunity.
So you weren't too sure you were going on night one? Did North Melbourne give you any inkling they were going to select you?
No, not really. So I didn't know anything. No one had really said anything. So it was sort of yeah, all up in the air.
Were you approached by any other clubs?
Yeah, so I spoke to 16 of the 18 clubs throughout the year. And yeah.
16 clubs. What was that like being courted by those clubs?
Yeah, it was a bit daunting at first. Like the first few I was sort of what's going on? Like how does this work? But I think after a few, like the interviewing skills got better, just how to talk. And I think, yeah, the more it went on, the better it got, I think.
You played with Phoenix Hargrave and Sid Draper across 2023. They're two of the strongest draft prospects of 2024. Can you tell the listeners what they're like as teammates?
Yeah, Sid is probably like one of the best midfielders I've played with this year. Like he always appreciates the ruckman. Like if I gave him a good tap, he would come up, give you a hug, or like he's just that kind of bloke that's there for you as well, and the kind of bloke that you want to have on your back in the game. He's always going to stick up for you. And Phoenix was the same. He's just an absolute machine. Just yeah, wins balls. Like he's real good defensively, which is you want out of a mid, and sort of cover your ass if it slips out the back. But yeah, they're both two of the most hardworking kids, I reckon.
What was the main thing you learned at South Adelaide that you would take forward into your AFL career?
I think it was just the resilience, just to keep on pushing and not set massive goals, but small goals, work towards them. But don't be bummed out if you don't make it. But you like, and if something happens on the field, you just got to brush it off and just keep going, keep going. Just don't worry about it because at the end of the day, as long as the team wins, then you've done your job. So I think that's the thing I want to take with me.
Have you gravitated towards anyone at North Melbourne in your short time there?
Not sort of. I like got close to a few ways. Tristan and Sherry, the other rock, learn a lot of him. I was living with him before Christmas, so he helped me out with a lot, sort of the game plan, stuff to do in the ruck that sort of got that experience, but I think has definitely helped a bit.
What was your first conversation with Alastair Clarkson like?
Yeah, it was unreal. He was the most down to earth guy, like just loves to chat about anything. Like it doesn't always have to be footy, and he's just always wants to have an off field relationship, which I think helps as well. Like it's not just footy, footy, footy. And it's just, yeah, the kindest guy.
For anyone that hasn't followed your journey so far, how would you describe yourself in 3 words in terms of your playing style?
I'd like to say probably like fast speed is probably one. Not not hard working, but like willing to get dirty and get it going. And I think resilience is probably the last one.
You've been given the number 22 this year, most recently worn by Todd Goldstein. What does that mean to you?
Yeah, it's an unbelievable. Like I was shocked when I found out, and it's an honor to wear that after him. And I think, yeah, like obviously it's a ruck number, but hopefully can like that's a someone who's unbelievable in the game. He's done so many good things, and obviously I look up to him. So to wear the same number that he was wearing was, yeah, just an honor.
If you get the opportunity to play against him when North play Essendon, how do you feel about that prospect?
Yeah, I think like it's obviously exciting. Like that's always going to be the question. I think it's just how do you prepare yourself, and I think it's a great way to test yourself against the best to see where you are at. And there's no other way to learn than play against the best, I think.
What's the weirdest question a recruiter's asked you, and what was your response?
There hasn't been too many, but I think one was they asked, I'm really into my agriculture. So they asked if someone offered you a farm on the same day or you got drafted on the same day, what would you choose? And I was like, well, I'd obviously rather get drafted because I can do farming later in life. That can wait. But yeah, just wanted to pursue footy for the time.
What are your goals for 2024?
I think it's just develop and try and understand North's game plan and just develop the body and sort of get used to the contact and the ruck. And I think setting small goals like just developing the ruck craft, like hands, smoother hands, and just, yeah.
That's all the questions I've got for you, Taylor. Thank you very much.
No worries at all. Thanks for having me.